Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Sunrise. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have a packed show for you today, including, how's this? We're looking at unusual phobias. Now, this one's actually got us talking. It is a fear of long words. Have a look at this word. It is called hippopotamonostrossoquippedilia phobia.
Okay, so, you can read that the whole morning.
All morning. So if you do have an unusual fear, you're claustrophobic.
Yeah, but you know the thing about
I'm terrified of birds.
Really?
But you know the thing about phobias is no one...
This image of Sal with the ice cream bucket on her head running away from magpies as a child.
But not as a child. They once sent me Channel 7 to chase a rogue magpie for a story, and I wore it at age 27. I got my stack hat.
Did you?
And I got the little...
The cable ties off the top.
I think our archive department will be pulling that out. The thing about phobias, though, is no one thinks that theirs is weird.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that everyone else's is weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be looking at that throughout the morning. Thank you so much for your company. First, we want to get to breaking news. There have been tears of joy and relief in Laos as 4 men who'd been trapped in a flooded cave for more than a week were finally freed.
It follows the complex rescue of another person yesterday, but the work is not over for rescuers who will resume searching today for 2 others still missing underground. Isabel Mullen joins us now, and Izzy, it was an emotional reunion.
Guys, good morning. These are remarkable pictures that have come into the newsroom showing really heartwarming scenes. 4 men, villagers from Laos, rescued from that flooded cave after being trapped there for 10 days. It was a really high-stakes mission. You can see just how relieved they were when they emerged from that cave. Some of the villagers collapsing to the ground. They were embraced by their rescuers. Their rescuers were really up against it. They had to navigate extremely narrow tunnels and sharp rocks. These 4 men were part of a group of 7. 1 other man was rescued on Friday. His rescue mission taking about 30 minutes. 2 other men are still missing. The men reportedly entered the cave to look for valuable minerals. They were trapped there because of flash flooding. Rescue teams arriving from all around the world, including the group who worked on that Thai cave rescue, rescuing the soccer players and their coach. So all eyes on them as they enter the next stage of this rescue mission to try and find the 2 men still missing. Guys.
Izzy, thank you.
Now, what an incredible story. We're going to be hearing from the Australian cave diver, Josh Richards, live from the scene there in Laos about that moment, exactly how it all happened, and also about these 2 men
still missing.
They are still missing in there. That's coming up in the next half an hour.
All right, let's get some more news now. Here's Sally.
Good morning. A Queensland family whose son was stabbed to death 6 years ago is dealing with more tragedy. Their family home has been destroyed in a massive blaze yesterday. Let's go live to our reporter, Georgia Costi. Morning to you, Georgia. It's just devastating for the family of Angus Beaumont.
Yeah, Sally, this is just awful. Angus was only 15 years old when he was stabbed to death by 2 teenagers in 2020. This became quite a high-profile case here in Queensland. It raised a lot of questions about how we deal with youth crime and youth justice, and we have spoke to his parents on a number of occasions, but now there has been another devastating blow for this family. It was just before 2 o'clock yesterday when police allege a 36-year-old man who is known to them poured accelerant in their house and deliberately set it on fire before fleeing the scene. And this was a massive inferno. More than 30 firefighters were called in to battle it. The area had to be locked down for quite some time. Now, the dog squad did eventually track the accused arsonist, and he has been charged with arson overnight. Sally, he will have to face a court in Redcliffe tomorrow. But this is just so sad for this family because that was the home that Angus grew up in.
Oh, indeed. All right, thanks for that. Georgia Costi there for us. US Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth has praised Australia for stepping up the investment in combat power. His comments came as Australia, the UK and the US announce a new program to develop underwater drones.
This is the 3 countries putting real money behind a capability that we will put into the hands of the warfighter next year.
The drones will be used to protect undersea cables, surveillance missions and strike enemy targets. A driver's left a trail of destruction in Brisbane after crashing his ute moments after police called off a pursuit. It's alleged the driver had earlier been spotted driving at speed and at times on the wrong side of the road throughout the city. It came to an end in Bowen Hills after a pedestrian was hit and other cars involved. Australia's sporting community is coming to terms with a former footy champ confirming he also has motor neuron disease. Former Geelong champion Brian Cousins revealed at an MND fundraising event that he's been living with the disease for the past year. Brian was the father of West Coast legend Ben Cousins.
The support I've had, quite frankly, in my life from the public over a number of issues is basically what keeps you going, and I don't fear what lies ahead.
Rugby league star Jai Arrow, who confirmed his diagnosis 2 weeks ago, is now in Spain receiving specialist treatment. Well, Sydney's much anticipated Vivid drone show has been cancelled after a technical issue saw almost 90 drones fall from the sky. Let's go live to Emily Francis in Sydney. Oh, it's not ideal, Em. It is a major setback for event organisers, isn't it?
That's right, Sal. Certainly not the decision that organisers or vendors down here had been hoping for. Disappointing too for those who had hoped to catch a glimpse of this nighttime spectacle after a technical glitch down here in Darling Harbour on Monday night. 89 of those drones fell from the sky, many plunging into the water, and here on the boardwalk. An investigation is underway as to what exactly went wrong, but early signs point to external interference. At this stage, there's no suggestion that foul play played a role in this. Instead of the 1,000 drones lighting up the night sky here in Darling Harbour, fireworks will take their place. That will go ahead tonight, but if you are still desperate to see some drones, there will be a similar spectacle in the city's west at the Bankstown Eid celebrations tonight. Sal.
All right, still plenty going on across the city. Thanks for that, Emily.